Hello everybody and welcome to Romanceful's Tarot. I'm about to begin here with a reading. Now this reading here is a reading that is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everybody, so it's important to really just take whatever resonates with you and just leave the rest of it aside. If ever you do have any questions you would like to find out how to go upon for booking a personal reading, so you're searching for that clarity, for those answers, please do contact me at romancefultarot@gmail.com, and it'll be my great pleasure to send you the different type of readings that I can offer you, so we can go and find those answers for you that you are seeking. Also, I would like to mention, if you have been to the channel before, or if it's your very first time and you do enjoy the channel, please do take a brief moment to click on the subscribe button to show your support to the channel and to myself, and it is always greatly appreciated. So with no further ado, we're going to begin this reading here. This reading is for the sign of Pisces. What we want to know is, what is he, or what is he thinking? What's he feeling? What's he working on? What does he think about the relationship? Anything that is what this is what this is about. Okay, so we really want to know, sometimes we can be into the same room, talk about the same thing, but we both come to two different, it's like we're talking about two different subjects altogether. So, relationships can be kind of strange like that. So let's go and see what they are thinking, since they often don't tell us. So let's just turn these cards over. I'm using Psychic Tarot, I'm using Magic of You, and I'm also using a one card Tarot in Shadowland to come and give us that extra little boost of energy at the very end. So I have Release, I have Win or Lose, and I have Darkest Fears. Okay. It's looking like your partner is wanting to maybe turn the page onto this relationship here. The Release card, we're going to begin with the Release. The Release card over here is about discarding. It's about ends, it's transformations, it's about freedom. It's about empowerment, trying to empower ourselves for the in our own lives. This is an opportunity for renewal around affairs of the heart is available at this time for your partner. It's quite possible that this renewal is going to happen through some type of release that's going to be happening. In letting go, they're just going to discover what is left, what is left of the relationship and what is truly theirs, and to try and differentiate, also to try and see the difference between what is them and what is the relationship. At some point, sometimes we kind of get lost between both. And sometimes in relationships, you kind of feel like you hold on just too tightly to those that you love, whether or not this love is returned. And this can just lead to tension, to unhappiness for everybody that's involved. So even in good relationships, holding on too tightly doesn't allow the relationship to breathe, doesn't allow it to grow, to mature. This is really about, is this relationship maybe being too restrictive? Are you too restrictive? Are you too attached? Are you there a little bit too much? Is there some possessiveness? This is really a need to discard any need for control and to see how the relationship is going to transform. So it's really about releasing the overwhelming needs for a relationship that allows for the perfect one to appear. This is about also shedding any beliefs, any behaviors that are just not serving his good anymore. Throughout life, we receive, a lot of different messages from a lot of different people, and this is really about letting go of any preconceived notions or expectations from anybody out of any type of relationship, and just really going with ourselves, with what we believe. Okay, so it feels like with this first card, they are releasing to see what is left of this relationship. We're going to move on to the Win or Lose. So with the Win or Lose card, this is really all about figuring out. It's a disagreement. It's a lot of ego going on. It's being detached. Often in matters of the heart, people find themselves in disagreements. They're against one another in battles of wills, and the ego just kind of takes place instead of the intellect, and that is just not good. Greed overtakes the generosity. The love in their relationship is forgotten, and the only thing that we think about is win, 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 win. But where there's a winner, there's also a loser, and the partners are no longer equals, and the relationship can just falter or completely break down. This game of win or lose is just not good. It does no good for nobody into any type of relationship here. And that is all about the ego. So you need to be very, very careful with your ego. At this time, you have to be cautious about letting go of ego tricks that are acting into your own self-interest, especially at someone else's expense. So if another person is trying to provoke you, you have to do your best to just remain detached, okay? Solve disagreements in a way where everybody is a winner. Try and find a medium ground, try and compromise is really what this card is trying to say. Because right now, we're trying to see if maybe we would go to a different relationship. Let's not fight too much, and if we're going to fight, let's just fight over something that is worth fighting for, and no winnings and lose, and no winners and losers. It's just not necessary, okay? The darkest fears, this is really about the anxiety, the doubt. There's a lot of anxiety upon his shoulders. There's a lot of doubt. It's again wanting to release all of this anxiety. Having love in life is crucial, and a relationship doesn't go as planned, or when a desired relationship just doesn't materialize, it's really, really easy to just lose oneself into worry, into doubt, and at some point even maybe question, he's questioning his own worthiness right now. And you can become, obsessed with your darkest fears regarding love. So this is all about him trying not to let his anxieties paralyze him into a total state of inaction. It's dwelling on worries are only going to feed the energy, and it's negative energy. So, this is really about trying to face the fears, the darkest fears, and trying to live with them and say goodbye to them. And so, quite frankly, they are within quite the battle of within themselves of what to do with this relationship. As I said, there's a lot of conflict. Both of you have to be careful for your ego within the win and the lose type of situation. You have to compromise. You would have to sit down and try and figure out what is going on. What are they afraid of? What are their fears? What are they trying to release? So these are all things that you need to try and understand what is going on if you do want this relationship to continue also. I do believe that, they do love you, but I think there's a lot of worries, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of ego. I feel as though this relationship is maybe just becoming a little bit too much for them. So this is really to be validated and verified. Let's go over here with the tarot card. I have the Seeker, so that correlates perfectly. He really is just trying to find his way. It doesn't really know where to look and in which sense, in which side. It's really just trying to find your path, trying to find that journey. It's also about a lot of beginnings. It's caution, it's planning. And then when I say beginnings, it's a beginning because when there's endings, there's new beginnings, there's transformation, there's changes that are going to be happening within this relationship. So this is going to be to find oneself within the new relationship. The Oracle card is liberation. So it's all about free yourself. Liberation is the codependency card. It's time to liberate from toxic people who might have been soft and seductive in life once, but now they're just kind of smothering you. The girl of liberation was once seduced by a soft embrace of the swan, and now the swan is just attacking her, okay? So really it's time to unwind. It's time to unwind the tentacles that are wrapped around you by those of lovers, family members, anything that is attacking you, that is keeping you in your darkest fears. You need to release them. This is recognizing who is lifting you and who is pulling you down. And the tentacles might also be that of a job of learning the environment. It's time to move on when liberation appears. So it's time to close this chapter and begin a new chapter. In a situation of codependency, you need to remember that holding on to each other to each other's backs. So although you may feel like you owe it to the other person to stay in and continue, liberation just reminds you that it's just not a good idea, that this is just holding you back. So this is about taking action. It's about freeing yourself, and it's about freeing them. So everything comes in perfect correlation within this reading. That being said, I do hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated with you. If you do have any questions, you would like to have a personal reading, please do contact me at romancefultarot@gmail.com, and it'll be my great pleasure to help you out with that. If ever, please don't forget to subscribe, and please do have a fantastic day. Many, many blessings, and I thank you for being there. I'll see you soon.